everyone, welcome to another video. It is me, Desiree, and welcome to another Plenty video. Today I wanted to share a few of my fails for the month of April. These are some plants I either made some mistakes with and I'm trying to learn, and I wanted to share them with you. The first one is this beautiful, I think it's beautiful, but I don't know if everyone's gonna find it beautiful. This beautiful Peperomia Hope. So I bought this at a local nursery here, Osuna, and I bought it, did I buy this last year? I feel like I did. It was in the clearance section and it had 3 vines hanging out of it just like this. But the vines are too heavy for the pot, so they were like out of the pot. So I had to put some rocks in the top to even hold the vines in the plant because they kept popping out. Because I guess I could have laid them on the shelf this way, but I had them hanging over a shelf. And the other day, I was looking at the plants on that shelf and I saw a vine hanging a lot lower than I remember. And it was this one, not even connected to the pot. And then I looked again and there was another one. Both of the other vines, I don't know how long they had been there. I mean, the little leaves, I guess, felt fine. They didn't feel super depleted, so I felt like it wasn't that long that it had happened. But I don't know why I couldn't just lay them on the shelf, because it would still look really pretty like that. Like, look how cool this one grows. I had them hanging down like this, and the weight, I think, just kind of, it either popped them right out of the pot or they broke off. And I was going to propagate these, but I don't know how. So if you know how, let me know. I was just gonna instinctively cut it right here where there's a little bump, the little nodes right there, and assume the roots are gonna grow out of there, and then I could, once roots grow here, I could stick that back in the pot. And I was gonna do the same with the other vine. But if you know anything better, let me know, because that's kind of what I'm gonna do with these. And then there were a few loose leaves, which kind of sucked because they were like a nice little grouping. But that plant there, I don't know, made a little mistake. And this one from now on, I will just lay on the shelf and not have it hanging down because the weight of the vine is just too heavy, and it just kind of broke off. So the next one is this little variegated string of pearls. This is the little one that I bought on Etsy. It was just watered this morning, I think, or last night, so it's super, super wet right now. But this was a fail, but kind of on purpose. I don't know. This plant is just on the decline, and the other ones I have are doing so much better that this one dying, I didn't even care about it. I had it just sitting on the shelf there, and it was already like, most of it was already dead, most of it was already shriveled up, and even though I would water it, it wouldn't bounce back. It's just not doing well. So I kind of just left it sitting on the shelf, and my boyfriend saw it and he was like, "What the heck is that? What is this little plant? I can't believe this. Why didn't you water this little plant?" He was just talking like sarcastically. It was really funny. He was like, "Come here, little plant. I'll give you some water." And he watered it, but I didn't tell him like, "Oh, I don't even care about that plant." So it's a fail for me because I don't really care about it, but I know for a fact now that my boyfriend has it, that it's gonna start thriving and growing and being like the biggest, most beautiful string of pearls you've ever seen, because he just has that way with plants. It's the weirdest thing. There are a lot of dead pieces in here that I might just cut off, but this is the plant that made me not want to buy any more plants on Etsy, because it was my first and only purchase and it did not go well. So this is a little bit of a fail, but I don't know. I don't even care about it, to be honest. And then the last fail, okay, this is a mistake that I made, and I probably should have remedied it a lot earlier, but I didn't. And it was putting plants in these Dollar Tree terracotta pots. So one of you guys actually told me a while back, I don't even know if you still watch my channel or not, but somebody commented once when I was first talking about these Dollar Tree terracotta pots, I know this was last year, and they said, "Be careful with those pots, all the plants I put in them have died." And I was like, "Oh, you're crazy." So I was planting, I have a bunch of plants in these terracotta pots from the Dollar Tree, but I didn't realize that almost every single one of them is a succulus, a cactus or a succulent. I kind of like that word, succulus. Almost every single one of them is a succulus, and they do well being dried out and being dry all the time. But I put this philodendron micans in there, which obviously needs water, and then I also put my Hoya Croniana Eskimo in there. I wonder why they even named it that. Like, it should be called Croniana something else. But anyway, that's what it was labeled as, so that's why I bought it as. But I put this in there and it was doing well at first, but these, I don't know what it is about these terracotta pots. they suck the water out of this soil so fast, like way faster than any other terracotta pot, like even these other little ones here. There's something different with this one here, because normal terracotta pots, like I can't even point one out, that I buy at Lowe's or wherever, they do wick moisture away, but not that fast. And I feel like I have to water this probably every 3 days, and the soil will be bone dry in just 2 to 3 days. So I feel like I'm not gonna water this now in this. I'm gonna take this out and see if I can like stick it in that pot that I have there with one in it. And then this Croniana here, this one is never not wrinkled. Same thing as with the Mycans. I have to water this every couple of days and the soil is bone dry. So I don't know what it is about these terracotta pots from the Dollar Tree, but if you have the same experience, let me know. These are really great for cactus and succulents. They're a really great size. You know, they fit the plant and they're great, at least the ones I've been buying. But I have not had a great success putting any other plants in these pots. There's just something about them that sucks all the moisture out of the plants too quickly. So if you've had the same experience, let me know. I would love to hear about it. Not that your plants aren't doing well in the pots, but I want to know that I'm not alone and that I'm not just like, there's something wrong with these pots. You know what I mean? But anyway, that is it. I didn't have a ton of fails this month. I was like racking my brain thinking like, what other plants have I messed up this month? But there weren't enough that were really notable. But this one here, this one sucked because I love those 3 long vines in here, but I'm gonna see if I could propagate them and like plant them back. But that is it. Those are my few plant fails for the month. Let me know what you think. Let me know some plants that you're struggling with this month. I would love to know that we're not all alone. But that is it. Thank you so much for watching this quick little video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss my next one. And I will see you later for another video. Goodbye.